a tiring day of shooting, I have to come back home and create a wholesome meal for the family. And I just realized that all of us go through it, including you. So I'm going to show you how to make a spatchcock chicken, harissa spiced, while the camera is still rolling. Don't forget to subscribe and hit on the bell icon as we get to creating it. This spatchcock chicken of mine has a kicker ingredient right at the end. But what is a spatchcock chicken? It's a chicken that has been flattened out, or more like a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful butterfly. So to start off, we're just going to create a herb marinade that nestles right in between. I'm creating a herb butter to nestle in between. So into 100 grams of yellow salted butter goes about a teaspoonful of chopped rosemary, 1.5 teaspoon of chopped thyme, and nearly 2 teaspoons of chopped fresh oregano. Now out here, I'm going to take about 8 cloves of garlic, finely chopped up, put that in, along with some chipotle, sea salt, and lastly, some 6 pepper medley. So it's a highly fragrant flavored butter that adds to the magic. You want it to be really easy without you stressing after a tiring day of work. So just mix it all up with a spatula and then put it in between the skin. A little messy, but what a flavorful meal. Large dollops of it nestling under the skin, just flatten it out and push it right in. It's messy. You can also use your fingers and do it, but there's nothing more disgusting, to be honest with you, than removing out softened butter from your fingers. So try as much as you can and shove this butter right in. A bed of vegetables, so 500 grams of baby potatoes peeled, about 500 grams of white onions just squatted up, and about 250 grams of carrots just to get that color in. And we're going to now just flatten it out before we take that entire butterfly chicken and put it on top. Now on top of this goes the marinade. While I try not to splatter on my clothes, I'm going to take about 100 grams of harissa paste that I always have lying in my refrigerator. And the recipe of this I've given you multiple times, but I'll leave it again in the note below. And just smoothen it out. What I would wish to just put my hands in and play around, but not in the mood for it right now. A sprinkling of smoked chipotle sea salt on top, just so that that skin crisps up and gives out that perfect texture, along with some freshly milled pepper on top as well. And now for the kicker. 2 cans of beer right at the base. Now if you do not want to use beer, go right ahead and use some ginger ale, but don't forget to spice it up with some green chilies. So 2 cans of ginger ale and about 4 to 6 green chilies finely chopped up. All this does is it bakes in a preheated oven at 200 degrees centigrade for just about an hour. An hour later, while I just enjoyed my cup of tea, a fancy dinner is ready. And that beer does some kind of magic in this bake. Now if you're in the mood to style this up a notch or two, all you can do is strain the liquid and thicken it with some cornstarch. But at times, this sloppy liquid is required to mop up some sourdough bread. All you need to do is garnish it with some parsley and overload, and dinner is ready in a jiffy. I told you about the beer and the scent that it brings. Now I hope you enjoyed creating this one with me, an easy peasy meal that gets done so easy just with a little planning. Don't forget to share loads of love by hitting on the like button. Stay safe, stay blessed, and don't forget to leave a note below.